Have high hopes for blockchain technology but concerned how the networks will grow? Then you're definitely going to be interested in the Raiden project. Hey everybody, I'm Jeremy from Blockchain WTF, here with the latest edition of ICO or No, and today we're going to be going over the Raiden project, a sidechain-based payment solution that looks to solve some of Ethereum's scaling issues. If that seems complex, don't worry, we're going to break exactly what this means and what it means for blockchain technology. So let's do the heavy lifting while we get you up to speed with the Raiden ICO. So what is the Raiden project and what problem is it trying to solve? One of the biggest issues facing blockchains is something called scaling or increasing the network capacity. The potential of blockchain technology is seemingly limitless, but it's pretty much still in its infancy. If blockchain technology is going to grow, the strain put on the network may cause several issues such as transaction backlogs, slow clearing times, and increased fees. We've already seen this happen earlier this year with Bitcoin. The debate over how to scale even ended in the longest running blockchain's first ever fork, creating Bitcoin Cash. As a result, there has to be a plan to make sure that the network can handle this increased demand that they hope to achieve in the future. That's where projects like Raiden come in. According to the project website, the Raiden network is an off-chain transfer network for Ethereum ERC20 tokens. It provides a fast, scalable, and cheap alternative to on-chain token transfers. At the same time, the Raiden network transfers provide users with guarantees of finality, security, and decentralization, similar to those known from the blockchain. In layman's terms, you get the positive features of the blockchain, all while overcoming scalability, one of the technology's biggest hurdles. It's more than apparent that blockchains do not scale well. Current public, permissionless blockchains are unable to achieve more than a low, fixed number of transactions per second, resulting in several transaction backlogs. Ethereum has been shown to reach its cap at about 10 transactions per second. Short-term scaling solutions merely put a band-aid on this growing problem. Raiden aims to be the long-term solution to this issue. The network is specifically designed so the bigger the Raiden network becomes, the more strain that's placed upon it, the network becomes more resilient and able to handle a bigger workload. Another issue, blockchains are slow. At the moment, Ethereum mines a new block approximately every 10 to 30 seconds. To reach the finality of a transaction, confirmation times of several minutes often have to be endured when it should just be several seconds. This significantly hurts the user experience and hinders mainstream adoption, especially as a payment solution. Raiden network transfers take seconds. The moment you receive a signed Raiden transfer, you can be certain that you now hold the amount included in the transfer. There's no need to wait for any confirmations. One more issue that scalability presents to the blockchain: transaction fees. Using blockchain can be expensive. Once a block has hit its limit, paying enough fees to be included in a block becomes a competitive endeavor, and that's the case with Bitcoin today. It actively discourages adoption. Ethereum is not going to be any different, so you should expect higher confirmation times and transaction fees if nothing is done. However, if Raiden is implemented, it could be a solution to its scaling problem. Raiden network transfer fees aim to be significantly lower than on-chain transfers. It's because instead of paying for a global consensus through the whole network, you're only paying for the consensus of the peer-to-peer transaction. Raiden claims these high transaction fees are very detrimental to research and investment, especially IoT and AI learning. And our economy really depends on being able to transfer tiny values. We do it every day with cash transactions, every single time you buy something. Raiden aims to be the predominant payment layer for these applications. What are the market conditions facing the Raiden project? So there's an obvious need for scaling solutions. If you don't believe that yet, go rewatch the first part of this video. Payment channels may be the best way to do this. We're going to see mainstream adoption of cryptocurrency. Payment solutions are probably where we're going to see this first. Every blockchain is going to face these type of issues. Bitcoin has its Lightning Network, which requires 0 confirmations before sending a transaction. The balances are reflected as soon as the transaction is sent. Raiden is trying to be the same thing for Ethereum. We're already seeing countries like Japan and Thailand exploring payment solutions on the blockchain. With projects like Raiden, it's only a matter of time before we see realistic blockchain solutions for merchants. And at that point, we'll be using cryptocurrency in our everyday life. The ICO is being put on by BrainBot, an organization that has had a long-standing relationship with the Ethereum Foundation. The ICO is currently ongoing, and right now the price of one Raiden token is about 0.015 ETH. The token sale will continue until November 13th or until the supply is exhausted. As of Monday, October 23rd, currently the supply is about 800,000 Ether worth of Raiden, but that's going down at about 4 Ether per every second. One important thing to note, if you're purchasing over 2.5 ETH worth of Raiden tokens, you have to comply with anti-money laundering, know your customer laws. So that's our review on Raiden. Raiden's in a pretty unique position because really its implementation, the success of another blockchain depends on its successful implementation. If we don't see any scalable solutions, then blockchain technology might be a flop. It's going to have to handle a certain demand, and projects like Raiden are definitely going to be needed to handle that workload, to make sure that everybody can get their transactions in without any of the problems coming up that we pointed out before. Let me know your thoughts or any questions down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and also subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the big ICOs in the future. This has been Jeremy from Blockchain WTF. I'll see you next time.